Hello, my name is Shivam and here is my project based on Stopwatch application. Now you'll see a simple interface for my Stopwatch web application. Now here is the presentation of the Stopwatch, that how it works. Like by clicking on start button, it will start counting from 0 seconds and it will continue counting until we'll click on the stop button. And here is the another reset button which will reset the time to 0 seconds. Now let us see the code for this stopwatch. Now here is the HTML code for this stopwatch, where it is linked with the style sheet, namely style.css, and JS file, namely script.js. This HTML file is also linked with the Bootstrap CDN links in order to use the Bootstrap functionalities like classes in this HTML page. Now in this HTML page, here is the main div with class container. In this container, here is the h1 tag with having heading stopwatch. After this, there is a div with class time and text center bootstrap class, which is containing the time which is shown in seconds on the browser page. And after this is a div with class btn group, which is containing all the three buttons, namely start, stop and reset respectively. And here is the style sheet for this index.html, which is containing some basic styling properties like background color, height, width, border radius, font color, font weight, font size, margin, padding and outline, border radius, etc. for this index.html page. Now let us see the JavaScript file for this coding of the stopwatch. Here first of all we have taken a container which is holding all the elements which are present in the stopwatch. Then we have const start button, stop button, time, reset button, etc. elements which are used in order to operate the stopwatch. Then we have declared the interval variable which is storing the value of built-in function set interval. Then we have defined the value of seconds is equals to 0, which is the time of stopwatch, initially 0. Here after seconds we have defined a variable is timer running is equals to false, which is a boolean value. After that we have defined the text content of time is equals to seconds, which is the time in numbers will be shown on the screen. After that we have used click event listener on these three buttons, which are start, stop and reset button for the stopwatch. And also we have made three different functions for these three buttons, that are start timer, stop timer and reset and stop timer respectively. Now let us understand these three functions for start timer, stop timer and reset timer. Now in start timer function we are checking a condition that whether it is true or false. As we have previously defined that is timer running is equals to false, hence we will enter in this if condition, and firstly we will do is timer running is equals to true, and then we'll disable the start button and also the stop button will be active. After that we have assigned a set interval function, which is a built-in function, to the variable interval which was previously declared. Now this set interval function will help us to increase the seconds when we will click on the start button. Now here the seconds plus plus will increase the seconds. After that time dot text content is equals to seconds will update the value of seconds, which will be shown on the screen. And here this 1000 is defining that this set interval function will work in every 1 second. Now here the stop timer function has been defined. When we will click on the stop button, this function will be called. Here firstly the start button will become active, after that the stop button will become disabled, and also each timer running value will become. Here another built-in function clear interval has been called with having argument interval, which will help in order to stop the seconds shown on the screen. Now here another function reset timer has been defined. Here start button and stop button will become active, seconds will become is equals to 0, and then time dot text content equal to seconds will update the value of seconds. Now here is the last function, reset and stop timer has been defined. It will be called when we will click on the reset button. When we will call this function, the stop timer and reset timer, both functions will be called concurrently. Hence, this is how this stopwatch is working. Thanks for watching the video.